As always, we want to start the day off right, so we do our vitamins every single morning. Hallie, as you can see, uses AG1. She loves the way it tastes and she loves the way it makes her feel. I'm not a big fan of the AG1 myself. When I try tasting it, just doesn't taste good for me, but she really likes what it does for her. So we do 2 different types of vitamins in the morning. I use Animal Pack. It's something that I've used for a long time, but getting consistent with it is something that I've always needed to do. I like all the nutritional values it has in it, plus the digestive enzymes that it has and things like that. So that's one of the reasons why I use it. After I drink my vitamins, I step into the ground and I do grounding. This is really good for the circulation of your blood and also reducing inflammation. There have been a lot of studies about this technique and the importance of it to your everyday life. After grounding, I put on my shoes. I'm not going to do it with my bare feet, but I do go for a walk every morning for about 10 minutes to kind of get my blood circulating, to give me a little bit more energy to start the day. Every self-help book out there says make your bed in the morning. So stop being lazy and get up and make your bed and accomplish that first task of the day. So get up and make your bed. Then I make a hydration drink. Usually I used to use water with a little bit of salt in it to kind of get your electrolytes going, but now I use this Gatorade product called Gatorlight, which has electrolytes in it. I've been using that for about a week, and I do feel a little bit more energy out of it, even though there's nothing in it that gives you energy, but it does feel like it actually works a little bit better than just salt and a little bit of water. But you sweat in your sleep. You're sleeping for 6 to 8 hours. So when you get up, you are dehydrated. So you need to drink something. And usually drinking some kind of water or something like that will help better than drinking a soda or coffee. Coffee won't do it. On my way into work, I have to cross the causeway. It's got about a 35-minute drive. I do my box breathing, and I also kind of do my daily affirmations to really set myself up for the right mindset for when I do get to work. And that day was one of my days off, and I went to go Uber with Hallie. So we drove to the mall. We went into the mall and kind of set up our day, how we wanted to look like. And then when we left the mall is when we actually started going Ubering. And today, this is the day 3 of my goals for elevating your life. And obviously, one of the things that we're trying to elevate is money. So yesterday, we tried out Ubering a little bit, and we made about $60 in 3 hours, which is about $20 an hour, which is our goal. So today we're back in Metairie. I have off again today, so I'm going to be going with Hallie while she's, we stopped at the mall for Cafe Du Monde. But we are going to be Ubering today. Today our goal is a little bit more because we're going to be doing the end of lunch, afternoon time, but also dinner time a little bit. So hopefully today will be a little bit better than yesterday. A lot of people get paid on Thursdays. So usually in this area, Mondays and Tuesdays aren't great. Mondays because it's Monday in New Orleans. A lot of people do red beans and rice, which that's a whole nother story.
That's a different episode.
Yeah. And for Hallie, this is going to be her first time doing this together. So it's kind of a special day. So we're going to be Ubering and trying to make, what's our goal today?
120.
120? That's 6 hours. We're going to go, if we do 20 hours on your, so $120. So that's our goal, and we'll keep you updated as the day goes on.
Oh, and it's 2:08.
Yeah,
we are
2:08.
live.
There we go. We'll talk to you in a little bit. So we just left the mall, and we got our first order from Sephora in the mall. So
Apparently you can Uber makeup. Who knew?
So we are going to go back into the mall parking lot, and we're going to go pick up Sephora, or Hallie will, because that way I don't have to park the car. One of the reasons why we do this together sometimes, because she does it on her own, but together it just makes it sometimes go a little bit quicker, which if you watched yesterday's, that's how we did it.
It goes quicker as long as he puts me where I want to go.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Got it.
So what did they order?
9 items.
Well,
And makeup's expensive.
it is. They probably didn't tip at 20%, but because I don't think, how much was that one for?
$9.
Yeah, $9. I don't think that'd be 20%. That makeup's expensive. They're at least probably $90 worth of stuff, imagine. But regardless, we're on our way. Be like, So we're getting off the exit to do our
Using
first.
the right lane, make a slide right turn on St. Bernard Avenue.
Thank you very much, Sarah. We're doing just to kind of show you a little bit where we're going. I'm taking a right though, right? Okay. Some of these roads in New Orleans, and I know a lot of people, like when I talk to clients, they sometimes say, well, the roads are bad everywhere. Not this, trust me, it's different here. Like you can literally walk, or drive, I should say, to a street that should not be drivable, in my opinion. But just to give you kind of an idea. But these aren't actually as bad. But just so we'll make sure that we get that on video as well, because I think it's interesting. Hallie's first order was dropping off at another business, and the person met her outside in the parking lot. Close it harder, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. How was that? That was weird.
That actually, she appreciated it because I had the worker, the consultant that helped me, switch out one of her boxes because it was damaged, and she was like, "Oh, you got me." I was like, "I got you." That's what the fist pump was for.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't look at the road right here. Holy cow! Looks like a earthquake happened. But it was a little weird being at a business like that. That was bizarre. Yeah. But what's the next one? Oh, never mind. Someone else matched it. That was bad because that was like $13 too. All right. Looks like we may have a little bit of competition today. A little bit of competition is never a bad thing. We're picking up at a house. We're picking up. Remember that. Not dropping off at a house that is the Nola Cookie Company. The lady came to the door, didn't even open the door. Hallie has to sit in the seat and wait while she gets her order from a house that we're going to drop off somewhere else. But it is a company. But when you pull up, you're a little sketchy. Like, am I in the right area? So sometimes some of these pickups can be a little bit interesting, or the drop-offs can be interesting depending on where you are. This is my first time doing this with her, where we're picking up at someone's house. And if you look, she's just sitting there waiting for her order. She used to play on her phone, but while I'm sitting here in the middle of the street, she's just waiting for the order to get the cookie for us to drop off at the people's homes. If you look, we don't have back porches as much as we have front porches. New Orleans is the home of the front porch. What I love about that is you sit on your front porch and you can view and interact with your neighbors throughout the day. Where we live, we also have our stuff on the front porch, but for different reasons. Our backyard with a bunch of rain can flood. What I mean by flood, it holds water, so it gets really, really bad back there. So like, we put our porch out on the front of the yard, so when people are walking by, we're saying hi to them, waving and things like that. I love that part of New Orleans, that people are forced to kind of interact with each other because you're put on your front porch. So your front porch matters. That's why when I envision when we finally get to where we want to go, like we will have a big porch in the front, but then we'll also have something in the back. I don't ever want to lose out on that front porch community neighborhood atmosphere that you get in New Orleans.
I'm on pause, so I don't know what you want me to do.
You can unpause, but before we go, so you just picked up from the cookie place that was at someone's house.
Yeah, it's Ghost Kitchen.
It's called a Ghost Kitchen. I didn't know those were very, very popular. So explain what a Ghost Kitchen is.
So a Ghost Kitchen is a restaurant that you cannot go sit in and eat. So literally...
But it's in a house. Sometimes we... So if we want to start a business in our house and make... First of all, how do people regulate that? That's crazy, though. Think about that, right? The health...
FDA,
but not FDA, like health violation, whatever.
Health code.
Yeah, health code stuff. That's weird. You can get a kitchen in your...
No clue.
Okay.
If you look into that, let me know. Comment. Share us. Let's go.
Okay, but where are we going? We go live. So today probably didn't start the way we expected. Not bad. We got a good one from Sephora. That was $12. This last one we did was probably like $7. So like, we're at that $20 an hour range, but we've been doing this for an hour, and that's only 2 deliveries. Usually 3, or we're going to Total Wine. That's going to be a good one usually.
Anytime you get one from Total Wine, if you're doing Uber for the first time or anything like that.
You do have to take a class for that. So
Yeah,
there is an added cost to delivering alcohol. However, when you live in New Orleans and you have Mardi Gras and you have
Parties,
and
everything
you
else,
have
yeah.
festivals every weekend,
Keep right onto I-10
and you can walk down the street with an open beverage. Total
People
Wine.
have things delivered a lot.
I've delivered pralines before.
That's funny. But like also for the hurricane, or not hurricane, we had a tropical storm, but for hurricanes too, people will definitely have things delivered because people have what they call hurricane parties here, where you get your neighbors together and everyone will just drink. We'll drink.
Last night.
We had some people over. I don't know if I washed up. I didn't really hang out with them, but yeah, we had people over.
I got to hang out.
You got to hang out with them. So, but now we're on our way to Total Wine. So that'll be our third one in a little over an hour, which is a little bit behind where we normally like to be, but it's also after lunch before dinner, so we started a little early today.
And people are still working.
Yeah.
We ended up having to pick up at Total Wine. Total Wine is new to our area, about 4 years old. I usually go to Quista Pace on the North Shore, which is a similar type of design, but this is a nationwide type of company. So they're starting to pop up everywhere. If you get a Total Wine, go check it out. Total Wine is like incredible if you like alcohol, cigars, or wine. You have literally rows and rows of different types of wine, liquor from all over the place. They even have samples. I tried a bourbon, which was really smoky. I can't remember the name of the bourbon I tried, but it was actually pretty good. But overall, Total Wine is just a cool place in general. We don't drink the way we used to, but I still like going into some of these places when I go into them and looking at the tequila bottles. Tequila bottles are always cool looking. However, we still do drink some wine every once in a while. We like a good red wine. I still prefer to give my business to a locally owned place like a Quista Pace. However, if you do get a Total Wine, it's definitely worth checking out when it comes to your town.
Okay.
So we just got out of Total Wine. Hallie had a pretty good analogy. One bottle, so I don't know how much of a tip that will be, but I don't even know how much it said it was going to be. Do you remember?
I think $7.80.
$7 for literally 10 minutes or a couple miles, not bad.
I just wanted to go play in the store.
I like going to Total Wine because usually people tip good too. Like, because wine or alcohol is not cheap. So a lot of times they'll get a couple bottles and that ends up being 20% of that can end up being $20 for one delivery. So
also pay attention to when you're Ubering, if this is something that you're looking into, your fare is always going to be $2,
Using the left lane, make
at least in
a turn to
our
stay on Veterans
market,
Memorial Boulevard.
and then I want you to make a Yui.
Okay.
And then whatever after the $2 is your tip. Now, Uber also holds your tip for an hour so that you don't know, but that is your guaranteed. I don't think they can tip bait you anymore.
right.
I
So
think they get in trouble.
that's the situation we're in now. But I would say that analogy she used was good.
Oh,
But if I had to do it, the Chuck E. Cheese one, I would probably say like if me it's like it'd be like a Best Buy for liquor. Like, you know how like Best Buy you go pick out a TV and they have too many of them and you don't know which one to get sometimes, and that's why you do a lot of research online. Well, for liquor you really can't. It's more like taste. They have tasting in there, which you'll see when you look at the video. Obviously, you've already seen it. But they have tastings, but also they're extremely knowledgeable around what it is that they sell. There's the certifications that they have to take and things like that. So it makes it kind of interesting. But it's more like
I would have loved to been.
a liquor store that's kind of like an electronics store that has way too many options.
I would have loved to been a wine sommelier.
Connoisseur or whatever. Yeah.
Sommelier.
You still could.
Yeah. I still could also get a job naming nail polish.
Yeah, you could. Yeah. We're probably out of the age where we're going to be rocket scientists, but yeah, you could probably get a job naming nail polish.
I don't want to be a rocket scientist.
Neither do I.
That's too hard.
That is beautiful. I love your car.
Thank you.
So we're live, by the way, but
hi.
not live. But that car is absolutely gorgeous. So 56 Chevy, her boyfriend bought it for her. Sorry,
Drove to
sorry,
Texas
babe.
to pick it up.
Sorry, it ain't happening anytime soon.
I don't want that kind of car.
I do though. So if you ever want,
I'm sorry, babe, because that's not happening anytime soon.
you mean your Uber money's not gonna get me a '56 Chevy?
Fuck no, it ain't.
That is a beautiful car. Favorite car is '57, and I like the '55 a little bit more than '56, but that is a beautiful, beautiful car.
One of those old, like,
Turn right on
antique
Highland Avenue,
trucks,
then turn right on Chalfont Drive.
because I think that would be really cool.
I agree, but that was gorgeous. So we just picked up over Five Guys, as you know, and I got Hallie a bag of nuts, which I don't know why she's trying to stay out of the video right now, but
I'm eating.
because I said, can I please have a nut, a peanut? And she said, would you like just a nut, or you? And I'm like, no, I'd like to crack my own peanuts, please. I said, you bust my nuts enough. And she was like, ha, ha, ha. I thought it was funny. I meant like you bust my balls, but nuts. And yeah, this did not come off right.
We're
but-
not going to use this.
Okay, we're not, but you get it. Another challenge that we have sometimes Ubering is someone, not to mention names, has a small bladder. All right, so we dropped off the Five Guys. We also dropped off the pizza, and right away we got another one. So we just got out of the comeback in. Actually, I met Hallie in there because I had to run in there real quick. And I would call it like a dive restaurant. Like, it didn't look like it was much, but it's packed. It's got a lot of cars. I'm very much curious how Hallie is going to describe where we're at. Let's find out. I'm gonna bet you the food's good. So, you're from this area.
Yep.
Have you ever eaten at the Comeback Inn?
Yes.
Is it good?
Yes.
I was
They're known
just
for their
telling.
roast beef po' boys.
I was just telling them that, like, if I had to characterize it, I would say like a dive restaurant. Like, you walk in there and it looks like it's like.
Yeah, but it's a family-owned, locally owned restaurant. So they have a lot of regulars, and they stick
It's
to
busy.
Yeah.
The parking lot's crazy. So, I thought I'd throw that in there. So, we're dropping off this Comeback Inn, which had a lot of older people in it. The lady that we're dropping off, obviously we don't know last name, stuff like that. Her name is Irma. Older, I imagine, in an apartment. And like, it made me think about my grandmother, who, when we would go to restaurants, don't tell me if your grandmother did the same. When the bill would come, she would get out the calculator, or back then they also had cards that you could slide to find out how much you owed, if it was 15 or 20%. And she would literally type it out on a calculator. Now we have phones that do all this for us, but she would type it out on a calculator, and then she would dig in her coin purse, and she'd get the coins that would match the amount that was exactly whatever percentage she was trying to give. Did your grandmother do that?
No.
Okay.
My grandfather.
I usually give $1 more, usually, than break change, because I never carry change around very often at all. I don't carry a man purse.
My grandfather expected, after you greeted the table, he wanted a glass of water, and he would put a stack of
Turn
bills
left on Clearview
the end of the
Parkway.
table, and every time the waiter messed up, he'd remove a bill.
Are you serious?
Swear to ask my
Who
mom.
would he tell that the waiter that? That here's
Or
your
it's my
tip, and
grandmother.
as your,
Something like that, yeah.
for real?
Yeah.
And you would literally take away bills as the person would mess up.
Yeah.
That's kind of intense. Imagine going to a really nice place where you know your tip could be like $100 for like a steak dinner of 5 people, and you're literally taking away money as they're messing up. That's crazy.
I think so. I mean, I could be wrong.
That's
I
interesting.
don't have very good memory.
Just interesting facts that we have dealt with. I thought that was interesting. So when you go to these apartments, pound, you mean? Oh. When you go to apartments, you a lot of times have to go in these gates and then walk up second floor stairs and everything else, which is fun. I'm sure Hallie loves it.
Hit 167. Oh, entry code 167 call.
Yeah, every time you come to these, like when you're at the gate, with the code they gave us was a challenge. So a car behind us literally had to give us the okay to move forward. So sometimes it gets to be a little bit of a pain.
I want to go to Izzo's.
Oh, okay. How was that one?
The lady was talking to me about her mom was a librarian at school. She wanted to know.
See this guy in front of us trying to back up.
I know.
He's got hair like Bernie
He's
Sanders.
so cute though.
He looks like Bernie Sanders.
He was like, "Are y'all getting ready to leave soon? Or y'all getting ready to move soon?" I was like, "No, sir, we don't live here." And he's like, "Your car." And I was like, "Oh." I'm an idiot."
So we have an order pickup for Izzo's. I just want to say, you can hold on to it. I know what Izzo's is. I just want to say that I don't know if you have Izzo's where you are at. I'd never heard of Izzo's till I moved here, but I kind of fell in love with Izzo's. It's a great fast food, healthy eating for the most part because it's fresh. But their quesadillas are incredible. I love the chicken and cheese quesadilla with corn on them. Oh, I really like Izzo's.
They have our birria here too.
Oh, well, I'm still learning, still getting used to that. I don't know if I love that yet, but I do love the chicken quesadillas for sure. But this is Izzo's. You just come in here and you can make your own things. It's really, really good. But since I'm only picking up, I'm just gonna go over here and pick up. So we only had a brief rainfall, but you already have standing water because of our puddles or our divots or our horrible roads. You already have standing water in some of these areas that will literally make your car jeer to the right or left if you're going too fast. So like it makes driving in New Orleans kind of challenging sometimes. You just got to be smart. But and it was like literally it rained for what, maybe 20 minutes. That's it. And it was a hard rain for 20 minutes, but it's crazy. All right, so we're gonna take a quick, break, real quick to see how many we've done so far, because that was our sixth. Only says 3 trips.
Oh my God, what
7 trips.
3.5 hours.
And it says $32, but we have a lot of tips that haven't come through yet because it takes an hour from them to show up. So in about an hour, we'll know exactly where that is. But usually after we drive home, by the time we get home, we'll know what our day was actually like. So
Ready to drive home?
Nice. So we are picking up our 8th order. 8th order at Southern's, which is a newer hamburger / what would you call it? Fried chicken place on Vets Boulevard, which we've ate there once and it actually was pretty good. And the only reason we ate there is we found it by doing Uber. Yeah. So like we went back and we got burgers. I thought it was good. Fries were, but the burgers were really solid. Fries weren't bad either though, but I like the burgers. It's a hidden place, that's for sure. Oh yeah, I forgot their parking is horrible. But I just gotta let you out.
Pick up.
All right, if anyone gets behind me, I will move forward, just so you know, but this parking here stinks. All right. I do love that nice smoker that they have in front of us. So they do use the smoker, which is pretty cool. So they must have some smoked items in there, maybe brisket, sandwiches, things like that, but it's pretty cool. Look at the right wheel on that smoker, though. It looks like it's got the thing that the cops put on your car to stop it from being taken after you get a ticket. All right, we just dropped off the last one. We don't know where we're at yet because we're not gonna really know for about an hour. But I do have to work in the morning at 7:30, and you're coming with, so you as well will have to work tomorrow morning, right? Your plan is, anyways. So we will see. I think we might do another one. Are we gonna call it a day? We're gonna do one more.
No, we're gonna call it a day.
All right, well, we're gonna call it a day, so we're gonna drive back across the causeway, and I have things I gotta do still. I gotta take the dogs for a walk, or we do whatever. Get my clothes ready for tomorrow because I like to put them up the night before, eliminate any surprises and stuff like that. Set yourself
up for success.
And set yourself up for success, exactly right. So we'll catch back in a few minutes because as soon as we get across the causeway, we'll probably know exactly how we did for the day. But right now it's only showing $44, which is not even close to what we pictured. But we have we should have a lot of tips coming through because we did about 4 or 5 in the last hour.
Yeah. So
we should be all right. But if we get another one on the way that's decent, on the way to the causeway, we might take it. But either that, we'll talk to you guys as soon as we get back to the house. Sometimes people complain about having to take the causeway every day, but these sunsets are absolutely gorgeous in the afternoon. And it gives me a chance to unwind from the long day at work so you get your mind right before you get home, which I think is important to kind of wash off the day. Enjoy the little things in life because there's days where you're not going to have the best day in the world, but the little things in life will give you a little bit of joy, and sometimes that's the only win you'll get for the day. We are almost at the house. Just to recap the day, so we worked for about 4 hours today, and right now it's showing us at $56. However, our last tip hasn't been pushed through yet, and that's showing that it should have been $11, which would put us at $67 at 4 hours. Not necessarily where we want to be. We want to be closer to the $80 range for 4 hours. But today was like really weird. Wouldn't you say? Like, how do you feel about how today was?
Today was just a gratifying day to spend with each other.
Well, that's true. We had a good day, and like this is your first time doing the video stuff, which I appreciate because I've been talking about it for a while. How we should do this together. But so I appreciate you for that.
Thank you.
And hopefully it means we'll do more of them. After I edit it, she'll have to see how it looks. Anyways, and then I'll post it.
See how silly I look.
You don't look silly. You actually had good takes. But I look at it like I'm like the play-by-play guy, so I'm the one that's got to say the majority of stuff, and she just comes up with the
colorful humor.
Yeah, or just a random, you have to turn here. Just don't miss it, idiot. Those things. But overall, I think we had a really good day. I'm not done yet. I still got to take the dogs for a walk to stick to my rhythm. So there's things that I'm going to need to do. But overall, I think it was overall a crappy money day, but good day. Is that a good way to put it?
Financially, it was not the best day. We did not
hit our goals.
However, I think that it brought us closer in our relationship. Like, we had a really good day. We haven't had a really good day in a long time.
We haven't. It's been a rough time for us.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. So, all right. I'll keep you posted on the other stuff if anything else happens. But we'll do another video tomorrow.
Maybe. See you soon.
Every night I take one gremlin for a 10-minute walk, and then I pick up the other one, and I take that dog for a 10-minute walk. This is Juju, and Juju's 9 years old. 9 years old for a Frenchie is getting up there in age. So, like, she has a hard time breathing in this weather as she's walking. However, Birdie, on the other hand, at first tries to walk me. It's good for their heart, and it's also good for mine. So that's why I do it. But overall, today wasn't the best day. Like, we could have did a little bit better. Hallie and I had a good day together, but we need to make some more money. Please like and subscribe to watch our journey.